Hi there, my name's Kate, and the guy you'll see riding with me is the husband, Nigel. And our 21.5 mile ride today is along the Eskdale Trail in West Cumbria, starting from Ravenglass. We have electric hardtail mountain bikes, and they're absolutely great fun. We really enjoy ourselves. Sorry, just concentrating on where we're going. To the left. But we're seniors, we don't do the high level technical stuff. We like off-road, scenic, sensible routes that are suitable for our ability. So coming out of there, we turn to the right. So today I thought I would do something a little bit different. This isn't a route I've planned. This is the Eskdale Trail, which starts from Ravenglass and heads through to Dalegarth. Now the best about this route is that you can cycle it one way and jump on the Eskdale train, the Ravenglass, it's called the La'al Ratty locally, and head back on the train after you've booked a ticket for yourself and the bike. So that's quite a nice thing to do if you're a traveller or tourist in the area. Or alternatively, you can cycle the trail back. I think it's roughly about 8 miles each way. We're going to extend it at the far end, make it a bit more interesting. You'll see why later on if you watch the video. Or you can come back via a very minor country lane. So basically the choice is yours. We're going to do the trail up and the minor road back. So packed up at Ravenglass at the train station itself, and we're heading off from there. You've also got, while I'm on, you've also got Muncaster Castle in this area, which is nice to visit. So we're just going past the Ravenglass Roman bathhouse. Yeah, okay. So carrying on. Now we've done this ride a number of times before, and it's very pleasant. A bit rough in places, but nothing that these bikes can't handle. Well, it's not so much the bikes, it's the rider. Left down here, isn't it? So it's a nice loose gravel surface at this moment. Sorry, trying to put my visor on and talk and ride at the same time, not so good. But hey, cracked it. There we go. Onwards. As you can see, the surface is really nice and dry. We've had a lot of dry weather through April. We're at about the end of April at the moment. Oops, left. Nearly missed that one. Yes, we have ridden this ride a few times, but I got a bit carried away. And why we're putting these rides together is basically when we bought these bikes about 1.5 years ago, we found it really difficult to find off-road routes suitable for our ability. You know, we're not very skilled at this, but we like getting off-road. It's much safer than riding on roads. So I put together various routes after having walked loads of bridleways up and down the county. And I thought it would maybe be a good idea to share these videos with other people, because if you've visited the area, you really don't know what is rideable and what isn't, because so many of these bridleways, you actually get so far along and then can't do it. So have a look, see. This at least will give you a better idea of what the terrain's like on this ride and whether it's suitable for your abilities. Oh, just listen to the bird song. And the bluebells are out as well. Oh yes, there's some nice patches of bluebells ahead. I just hope it shows on the video. It's partly why I did the ride today. I said to the husband, where can we go that's got bluebells that we can ride through? So I thought this might be an option. Well, we shall see. Oh, God. Flies. Ugh. Teach me to keep my mouth shut. As you can see, we ride electric mountain bikes, hardtails. This is the cube version, and they're absolute beasts. They've got the Bosch Performance 6 motors in them, and they really can motor. Now we actually enter the grounds of Muncaster Castle and go out one of the kind of gateway doorways. But you don't get to see it, the castle that is. Oh, the rhododendrons are out as well. That's beautiful. So it says Eskdale Trail to the left. And this is the little bit that we actually cycle through Muncaster Castle grounds. Only for about 100 yards. And out through the gateway onto the A595. And we're going to go straight across. Now this is another good place to park. I think it's an honesty box payment car park. I don't think there's any machines on here for taking payment, but they do ask for a contribution. Excuse me, little lambs. Don't panic. So straight ahead through that gateway is another bridleway which takes you down to Muncaster Mill, I believe. I know I have ridden it, but from the other direction towards here. And yeah, right-hand turn, following the road round. Still on nice loose gravel. Perfect riding conditions. I could do a bit of Goldilocks here. It's not too hot and it's not too cold. Just right. And we're going to turn sharp left. Public bridleway, Muncaster Fell via Fell Lane. That's where we're going. It is so good to keep off the main roads, although I've got to say we do have to ride down it at the end of the ride for a little way. I've better get my gears down. It's a little, well, it's a pull now for quite a distance. I know it doesn't show up on the video, but it is a gentle climb. Nothing these bikes can't handle. Pop it into MTB mode and we're away. And it just goes on. So at this point we've done 2.3 miles. Just hope I'm not puffing too loudly. I don't feel I am, but this mic picks up everything. So riding, I'm recording this footage on a GoPro Hero 10, complete with media mod, because I found when I got this a few months ago, the wind was a factor. Couldn't hear my voice over the wind. So I bought a media mod, which acts in effect as a muffler for the wind and just makes it clearer to hear my voice. and everything else, including my puffin. Top of the climb, drop the power, pop the gears down, or is it up? I never know which way you say it. Oh, they must be working here. So, right at that last point, following the signs. So we're turning to the right here. Footpath goes straight on, up onto the top of the fells, but we go to the right. It's now a very fine gravel surface. Beautiful, the sun's just starting to shine. Glorious day now. I just want to go slow so that I can enjoy the scenery. Got to stop here and just pull up so that you can see it. Brakes, brakes, brakes. Good to show you the trail down here just so that you get a better idea of what you're going to ride. It's not all smooth. Quite doable, but you know, it may not be for everybody. Everybody's riding abilities are different. But I reckon that if we can do it, anyone can. Just drop back from him so I can see what's going on. Lovely. Oh, nice. Right, where are we at? How far have we come? Let's have a little look. Only 3.5 miles. Beautiful. Oh, here we go, more views ahead. This is really quite a scenic ride. And it's really the less known area of Cumbria. It's the Eskdale Trail, which sort of follows the route of the River Esk. I think it's the only valley in Cumbria, or in the Lake District, that doesn't have a lake or a town in it. I read that somewhere, I'm sure. And we go down, you can see the golf course ahead of us. And to the left, following the trail signs. So just coming to what I think may be the golf club house. What does it say? Cafe open. Oh, must be time for a pit stop, I reckon. Oh, the cafe's down here. Lovely little pit stop. It's the Eskdale Golf Bar and Cafe. Open during the summer months for members of the public. Just a nice little pit stop for you on the trail. Onwards, Nige. So as I say, we only go a few hundred yards along, well, not even a few hundred yards, it's probably 100 yards along the trail, and we're back off-road onto a gravel track. Loose, biggish stones, but gravel. Gosh, the woods are full of bluebells. It's beautiful. This part of the trail is quite easy. It's just all this gravel type. Perfect for riding. And the bonus is it's off-road. Love it. You can keep the high-level routes, I'm afraid. I'm quite happy being off-road on routes like this. It really is quite beautiful. I use that word all the time, but hell, in Cumbria and everything's beautiful. I'm gonna swing around. Not a soul about. Might not suit everyone, but I love it. I'm definitely country born and bred. So we carry on this track until we meet a minor road on which we turn left, and then about 200 yards just before a bridge we immediately turn to the right and follow the river, continuing along the Eskdale Trail. So we're coming out onto that minor road I was on about. And this is where we go to the left. Now this section of road we'll be coming back along later in the ride. We duplicate this sort of 200-yard section. So this is where we're going to turn right. And we're going to travel alongside the River Esk. This is called a Milkinstead Farm. Looks like it might be owned by the National Trust. Turning, oh, the fly. Turning to the right. What's stuck in my tooth? Turning to the right is to the farm, and we swing to the left where these walkers are and go through the gate. You are an absolute star. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
It's gorgeous now, isn't it?
Absolutely.
There's one or two gates on this trail, but not very many. Drop me gears. Bit of an uphill pull. Oh yes, I remember this bit. Uh-huh. Yep. Fab. But that's partly why I wanted to show you what this ride was like, because although it's down as a family ride, and it is lovely, it depends on your level of confidence for riding. It might not suit everyone. And at least if you have a flick through the footage, you can see whether you think it's suitable for yourself. It's all about keeping safe, but I think it'll suit most people. But this trail is certainly by no means level. It might ride alongside the river, but it's a little bit uppy and downy. Only a little bit. Just makes it a little bit more interesting. And as I say, it's well signed. You can't go wrong on this path. Almost 8 miles. Getting to the point where there's a crossing of the ways. You can go left, which takes you down onto a road that leads onto Dilgarth, the railway station. Or, like we're going to do, we're going to go straight across through that second gate and continue along the bridleway, which takes us to a place called Doctor's Bridge. Sounds interesting. Right takes you up onto a very rough track with a lane or a path that leads down to a waterfall. We're not going that way. It was too rough when we tried it last time. Sorry, thank you. Oh, and I don't know whether you can hear in the background. Sounds like one of the little trains coming into Dilgarth station. It's a narrow gauge railway line. Quite a scenic or a tourist attraction. Nicely done. I can see it's an uphill, so I'm putting my gears down. I'm just recording this bit because, one, the hills in the distance look lovely, and two, we have a splitting of the routes. To the right goes through to a private gate, so we're not going that way, or private property. We're swinging down left to where the husband is. And then this leads down to the gate at the bottom, which has a very interesting stream crossing. The bridge is very narrow, so you'd have to upend your bike. And the stream bed is made up of very rocky stones which you can't cycle across. So you've got to use the rocks at the side as stepping stones and wheel your bike across. Great fun, just a bit different. That's it, a bit like stepping stones. Steady. Lovely. And then we've got a bit of an uphill trail. Quickly put the gears down and ride up here. A little bit rough, but perfectly doable. I'm just recording the husband coming across the stream for you, just so one, you can gauge how difficult it is. It's not hard when the stream's at low level like this. So this is where we go left, Nigel. Mm-hmm. Looks beautiful ahead though, doesn't it? So left following the trail sign. Yeah, this is the one that I thought might be Doctor's Bridge, because I'm going to take a right turn here, Nigel, and see how we go. Yeah. Oh, is it? Oh yes, Penny Hill Farm. And where we've just passed is Low Burka. So we've only ever done over the bridge to the left, which takes us back onto the main trail and back towards Boot and Dale Garth. But today we're going to have a little go and see what happens to the right, which is a bridleway. See how we go. The day is lovely, the sun is shining, the route is dry, perfect for exploring. So far all good. Just a nice gravel trail. Coming to some route signs here. Straight on for Wah House Bridge. And there's a sign there for the bridleway going through the gate. I'm going through here, Nigel. Yeah. Look at the little lamb scratching its head on the bridleway sign. Oh. Following the signs, we're going straight on, following the trail down this way, through among the little sheep and the lambs. Oh, look at that one on the left looking at me and thinking, what sort of animal is that? It's all right, little lamb. Bless you. Okay. Oh. Yeah. Just dropped my gears a bit here, I think. Yeah. Interesting. Well, so far this is a nice addition to the route. It's nice to see a gate that's open as well. Not that I dislike gates, they're a necessity. Yep, I can see there's a sign for a bridleway there, just ahead of the husband on the right hand side. Yeah. Sit. Perfect. I've started to decide it's easy just leaving the bike in ETMB mode, and then you get what you need without thinking about, oh hey, that was nearly it, without thinking about what power setting you need. Now we should come to a bridge called Wah House Bridge, and then we're onto the road. Well, the husband's walking, so I think I will. There's no point in risking a tumble. Let's put it into walk assist. What's it looking like? Yeah. So, at this junction, sign saying bridleway goes left for about 400 yards. That's where we're going. Husband's on the grass, he's probably got a better idea. Although there's a drop there. Woohoo! Coming! Pedals right. Got a feeling it drops away here.
Yes, it looks like it.
It might just be a little bit of a foot job. Yeah, okay. Not walked. Excellent. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get across unless we upend the bike. Leap! Go to the right. Okay, don't. Carrying on across the field after we've left that stream crossing. Not far before we're onto the road, and I think that will be the Warhouse Bridge. Keep away from the sheep and not disturb them. Nice bridge. Oh, grab it, get it. Over that bridge, that was the end of the trail. And we're now heading back on the road, a minor road, to Ravensglass via Dalegarth. Mention here we've got Warhouse car park, so always an option if you fancied coming up to this end of the valley and doing the ride from this end and catching the train back up. Just having a little think there, and this road, of course, if we'd gone right, would actually take us up onto the pass, Hard Knock Pass. But we're not going that way. It would explain why we've had one or two motorbikes coming past us though. Right. Next stop is going to be Dalegarth Station, where we'll have another stop and a cuppa. There's a little cafe there at the station where you can have a pit stop. There's also a car park. So there's plenty of options if you want to deviate from the actual route we've done. When we've parked up at Ravensglass railway station, there's a pay and display meter obviously, and I think the husband said it was something like £4 for the day. Now if you're going to ride the trail and then catch the train back with your bike, you do need to pre-book the bike, and there obviously is a cost implication, but they only allow a few bikes, so you do need to pre-book it. Roughly an 8-mile journey by train, and as I say, if that's sufficient cycling for you, because it's a minor road back, it's a good idea to book your train ticket for you and your cycle and head off back. So at this stage we're just following the railway line route. The tracks are up on the right. Actually we've got a train coming. Don't know whether I'm going to be able to catch it. So we're just in Eskdale Green. And we're going to swing left at this junction. And get onto that quiet road. We're at the King George the whatever it is, King George the 5th, was that, or 4th? I didn't quite catch it. And this is that bridge where we turned right at, back up the Eskdale Trail. This is where we turned off for the Eskdale Trail through to Ravensglass. As I say, just stay on the minor road. And just a short distance along here we've got a right-hand turn. So this is the turn that takes us back along Birkby Road, just before we go up Birkefell, sorry. So this is a nice quiet lane all the way back, just a single track road, fairly quiet. This takes us on to the A595 at the end, and at that point we turn to the right. Well, here we go, 18.2 miles. We're heading for the main road. We're going to go right, out and across. It says Ravensglass 2¼ miles. So a little bit further than I thought on the road. We'll just take it nice and easy. Up on the left-hand side, we can see the castle there on the left. If I turn slightly, you might see it. I think it's maybe just too far away to get a good photograph. Just what you don't really want at the end of a day's ride is a long pull up on a hill. But that's what we've got. And I think we're meeting the Sellafield traffic coming towards us. So that's okay. They're coming towards us, not from behind us. Otherwise it's usually a quiet road, a nice wide road. All good. Actually, we've just come just over a mile on this A595. And we're back to where we turn off into Muncaster Castle grounds. Just along here on the car park, we turn left. So it's actually, the sign back there was to Ravensglass itself. But of course we don't go all the way on the road to Ravensglass. We're heading off through this gateway. Yeah. Alright, we're back onto the off-road route that heads back to Ravensglass. So as we ride back, I think at this point, because we've already ridden this trail out and we know that it's a good route, this is where I'm going to sign off. I hope you've enjoyed the ride. If you did, please like and subscribe. This ride is 21.5 miles long and quite easily shortened. It really is a lovely ride through some beautiful countryside. If you do a search online for the Eskdale Trail, you can find a downloadable map and guide. The sole aim of this video is to show you the terrain you'll be riding over, so you can decide if it's something you can do. Everyone has different riding abilities, and although most of the route is on a good surface, there is the odd rougher section. So have a little look at the video and see what you think. Certainly the first half of the ride through to where it turns left down to Dalegarth Station is the easier part of the route, and perhaps that would be one option, to end the ride there and either catch the train back or, as I say, ride back by the minor road. At this point, it's cheerio for now.